Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another SpellForce freecast. In the blue color, we have got Italian Joe Biden playing as the Orcs. And on the other side of the map, playing as the Dark Elves, this is the one and only Saylock. Man loves his Dark Elves, and recently he's been using the Reaper, so that's very cool. On the other side, we can see the Goblin Warlock, and of course our build orders are probably the usual stuff, like 5 lumber mills and 1 hunting cabin here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Second hunting coming in soon, no doubt. Expect the triple woodcutter. It's just what the Dark Elves do. And then we've got some early creeping coming in. Recently I've uploaded a bunch of matches of a new RTS called Purple War. But, you know, SpellForce. SpellForce is what we do around here these days, so... And still will be for at least a while. Speaking of what we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna be re-uploading all the stuff from MetaPlace. So on my channel you will be seeing some past content from MetaPlace. That is all sorts of RTS tournaments, Age of Mythology, Halo Wars 2, even some StarCraft 2, and of course SpellForce 3 will be in there as well. So if you guys ever missed any of that content from my other channel there, you'll be seeing it soon. Anyway, let's get deeper into this game. Looks like both of them will be opting for the vertical as opposed to the horizontal pathing, which usually just means that you get yourself a little bit of a more aggressive game. We've got Arcane Force, we've got Chain Lightning and Life Bloom for the Goblin Warlock, as well as Deep Waters and the Totem of Sparks. First for Saylock, we've just got double Arcane Force, surprisingly no corruption to be seen at all. Currently resummoning these undead as they don't actually get to regenerate, so that makes a lot of sense here. Curious when Saylock will be making the Hall of Pain. Should be really momentarily. Got level 3 from the Goblin Warlock. And I expect a bit of a flag fight. The Reaper is quite favored in that, by the way. So, yeah, the Goblin is not the best at flag fighting. None of your skills can actually hit a flag. But then the Reaper has all these undead, right? He's got the spiders. He's got his auto attacks. So it should be more than possible to destroy this clan standard. Saylock also has a lot of resources banked up. He's hugging the flag as close as he can. And that will go down. The Goblin Warlock ends up replanting it. And I expect he will also be restarting this thing. Currently does what he can to kill the undead. So with that he's gaining a little bit of experience. Going after the Tarantula as well. And once again, fantastic clicking. Able to plant the flag once again. But Saylock isn't having any of it. And in fact, just by being here, I think he's technically getting a little bit ahead. As the Orcs will need more sectors than the Dark Elves. Oh man, Italian Joe Biden. I don't know who this is, but they're doing pretty good here. Could be Levatus, could be Galactic, you never know. Could be someone entirely different as well. Right, what's going on down here? There's still one worker available for the Orcs, but they've upgraded the frontier post. Flag fight still continuing with the Orc. He's done it like 10 times in a row. Am I wrong about this Goblin Warlock not being great for flag fights? Like, come on. I feel like you should be able to drain the health of the hero. Only one healing potion remains. That's the last one. Of course, there's a healing totem itself, but with the hero running out of mana now, I'm not sure how much longer he can stay if Saylock just decides to focus down the Goblin Warlock itself. That said, Saylock actually does not have a healing potion himself, which is becoming quite evident here in terms of the health. So yeah, we've got the summons of the undead, you know, but if he can't get the flag now, I'm afraid he's gonna have to leave. Oh my goodness. Whew. That's stressful for Saylock for sure. But at least he's secured this. He's gonna teleport home. Wait. No, that's not what this is. He wants the bottom sectors. So does the Goblin Warlock. So they'll be meeting down here, probably sharing a bit of the XP. Maybe Saylock will be able to get there sooner. He actually recycled this woodcutter that he's had from the beginning in favor of a second hunting cabin. We've got double Hall of Pain as well. Oh my god, he recycled all the woodcutters. He just got the one now. That is so interesting. I've never seen anyone do this before. But that's a viable base layout for the main. Why not? Super cool. I think we're gonna make the thumbnail and title about this base layout somehow. I don't know how yet, but I'll figure something out. That's very cool. He builds like a madman. We've got tarantulas and infiltrators flooding in like there's absolutely no tomorrow. And it looks like our Reaper will be ahead now in the overall creeping as well. Or is he though? Level 4 versus level 3, never mind. Somehow that's not the case at all. I assume that must be about all of those undead that were killed. Not the ones from the map, but the ones that the Reaper spawns, as each of those provides quite a good chunk of XP. Infiltrators running into Medusa, certainly not helping Saylock here. And also Italian Joe Biden is building up this clan standard now. Putting away the Medusa with the hero. And you know, if the orcs can solidify this location, they can always just go for the next camp as well. But the hero's dead. That's gonna be quite a bit of XP for Saylock. Very nice pickoff. Level 4. Must be close, right? No, it's not that close. But you know, the Medusa are free kills at the moment. Infiltrators in very high numbers will do great things. Where is the man going? Dude, take the Medusa. Like, what's more important than taking the Medusa right now? Preventing the tier 2, I guess. So, if the Dark Elves hit this base real hard, there will be very little iron available to the orcs. But is that realistic right now? We've also not seen the Goblin Warlock spawn in here, which means that he's missing out on the experience of 2 Medusas right there. He gets the gold still, of course, but because he teleported, he's gonna have to leg it all the way back here. Saylock's base takedown is actually a very potent move, I would say. Yeah, the madman just continues down the line. Several bases could be upgraded for Saylock, or at least 1 or 2. He does not have stones, so no more Halls of Pain for him for now. But the man desperately needs population, that's for sure. Taking over these bases would be pretty cool. So we'll probably be seeing some of that now. And of course, the Dark Elves could just teleport out of here over to the other side of the map to try to contest the Medusa camps. But we could also be seeing something like taking down further sectors. That said, the Gobbles would be able to teleport back. And level 5 will be reached on that Goblin Warlock now, no doubt. But this Medusa camp also going down. By the way, I don't think I apologize yet for my voice. I do have a bit of a cold, sorry. Nothing serious, like just stuffy nose. Yikes. Anyway, Saylock not even getting close to level 4. How is he gonna take on that golem without any weakening skills? Like, you'd really expect him to spec into corruption there, as it's a minus 18% weakening, right? So that kind of stuff helps a lot when infiltrators focus fire something. And there is the Bound Inferno Golem already. Level 5 is achieved for our orcs. Italian Joe Biden there. Also unlocked Chain Lightning 2. We've got the Pointed Totemic Might. I didn't cover that earlier. Double Arcane Force as well. So this thing does 144 damage to up to 8 targets. That's a lot. Now the orcs will be trying to defend this fortified outpost. Not easy to take these things down, especially when there's an entire orc army on top of you. So yeah, gotta be careful there. Saylock knows he's gotta leave. Oh, he might bully the main. That could be a play. Taking down these hunting cabins as well would mean a lot for him. I mean, you gotta understand the orcs are currently extremely choked up, but they do have 3 iron bases, which means they would be able to be relatively cost effective. Once all the bases are upgraded, they have a bit of food here. Just spending everything into hunters would be totally viable, I think.
Let's make this quick.
Yeah, Dark Elves just don't have the means to siege down the fortified outpost. That's not happening. Warg Riders are currently still the weak variant from the early game. Well, I say weak. Look at them chasing down this Reaper. It's no joke at all. Gonna have to chug potions there. Tarantulas doing what they can to go after this fortified outpost. Luckily for Saylok, he's got his infiltrators nearby, so they'll be beating the Warg Riders easily enough. We've also got level 4 on the Reaper, so finally he can unlock some kind of weakening. It looks to me like he wants to sacrifice as many units as possible to go after this fortified outpost. He can still train a lot of other things after all this, but like taking the sector would be so important. 22 health. Saylok's hero will die here if he doesn't chug a potion. There it is. So he took down the base, but he didn't take it over, and he didn't have enough stuff left to fight. So momentary lapse for the orcs for sure. But also, these buildings were not destroyed, so them reclaiming this area is still a big play. Saylok remains at 83 population, going now to tier 2. Is that a second Stonecutter the man's getting? Whoa. No way. No way. Yeah, it is. He's getting a second Stonecutter, oh my god. Alright, this fortified outpost will be sieged down, it seems. Does Italian Joe Biden not have teleported? Looks like not. As they teleported here to take this over. So, yeah, that's really good for Saylok again. He'll be able to keep going. And the infiltrators are helping to take down units one at a time. But once the scoundrels are here to shank them, that's a different story. Dark Elves are gonna have to leg it. All they got done here is stop the iron mining for a little bit. However, with 25 in the bank, it's just a matter of the orcs getting more population. Blood of the Horde is almost researched. And once all these bases are fortified outposts for the orcs, you can bet they'll be printing out those units. You can also get the population upgrade, so you don't necessarily require bases to function. Though you kinda do. It's not like giga important. Saylok has 130 resources in the bank. That's food. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Gotta spend that, buddy. We got corruption and lingering curse. So if Saylok can pump out some more archers, he'll be able to take down that hero, no problem. Scouting post is under siege now. Orcs trying to defend with what they've got, which isn't much to be fair. Like, if the spiders can get a full surround, I think that's pretty brutal. Got a good amount of infees as well. And we got a teleport down. This Gusto coming in, extra useful for Saylok for sure. Think he'll be able to siege this down, absolutely no problem. And from there, taking down the bound Inferno Golem should be also no problem. Why are we retreating? You got double weakening for this Golem, so, you know, definitely can take it down. Just teleport down here to gain some momentum and going after this base now. His buildings are destroyed, but as long as he can keep the orcs on low sector counts, everything's fine and dandy. Destroying especially entirely upgraded outposts is huge. As our orcs really need that population space. Currently on 84 still. Stuck on the goblin tech. This is awful for the orcs. Saylok not choosing to fight the units also means that Italian Joe Biden won't be able to replace them. Now let's see if they're getting some population upgrades. This is the name of the game right now. Though the food one is also going to be important by the looks of things. Just can't afford stuff. Hunters are being trained. Well, one hunter is being trained. Gotta say, this is starting to look real good for Saylock. He's got a forge now as well in the main, as he got rid of one of the hunting cabins. And I would suspect it would be fine to get another woodcutter going. With those remaining workers. Clan standard gonna be denied. Now there are a bunch of hunters for the orcs, but this is still a very manageable number with infiltrators. Tarantulas are looking to attack something here. The fortified outpost is right there. And you know, without the ability to upgrade it further, they can totally take that down actually. Dark Elves can leave fairly easily. Just go through the Godstone, hit 2 areas at the same time. This is enough Tarantulas to take down the base, especially with a little bit of nice pullback micro. Came out at the wrong Godstone. Go over there. Oh, no, he's baiting. He's going through the back after the Goblin Warlock. Maybe after the Hunters, actually. Yeah, taking those down is always very nice, but this scouting post will be destroyed, so nice little win for the orcs, if you can call it that. Their population space is currently up to 112. With the Dark Elves also kind of not being able to keep up their population numbers. Got the double weakening on the Bound Inferno Golem, so that will explode. Getting resummoned at the moment, but the weakening will be available once more. This golem is super strong. It's got the blazing heat thing, which sets everybody around him on fire. The Dark Elves are gonna try to take over this base. A lot of units remain here. Oh! Gotta be careful not to lose the hero, though. So all the Tarantulas ended up just joining the army instead of taking this down. That might be the downfall of the Dark Elves. But they are in a solid tier 2. They're mining a lot of iron. And, you know, Saylock loves his sleepers. They are coming. Shame he doesn't have, like, level 5. That would have helped a lot. But now, with the Goblin Warlock reaching level 6... Ooh, the teleport is gonna get cancelled with a kill. As several hunters focus that guy down. Arcane Force is on level 4 at the moment. That's 40% more damage, which is pretty wild. Fortunately, it doesn't stack on the Bound Inferno Golem. That would be crazy. Yeah, for now, the orcs are still struggling with food, but for how much longer? Look at the map. They've got pretty much everything taken over. All it's about now is upgrading everything to fortified outposts, placing down those farms. And they'll be, once again, ready to do what's needed from there. The stonecutters getting recycled in favor of farming. And yeah, once the orcs get going, they get going, guys. Even more bases get taken now. Look at this triple hunting cabin. They mean business. That's a lot of army, though. We got a harvester. For Saylock, maybe he can get the Whirling Blades upgrades for the sleepers. Maybe he can get out some Echo units in the future. Yeah, here come extra woodcutters for the Dark Elves. They're still printing spiders. This is a border fortress, so at least that's very defensible. Yeah, probably wise to not hit that. I mean, the sleepers are nice and all, but I think the army fight is what you want at this point. Just keep gaining echo, keep protecting these iron mines. No need to risk anything. Dark Elves trying to get what resources they can from this, so you know, recycling is helpful here. You get a fraction of the cost, I think 33% when you lose the buildings anyway, but a recycle does give you full refunds. Depending on the health, that is. Well, wait, it doesn't depend on the health. I'm a rusty caster, okay? Now let's see if the orcs got any upgrades. Got a damage upgrade here. Bloodforge. Yeah, got level 1 armor and damage. Level 2, not yet on the way. Actually, don't have any iron right now. It's because all these bases kept getting destroyed. Iron mines being made down here as well now. Saylok's still really far away from level 5. He needs those fights. The goblins actually provide a ton of experience. So once the sleepers are upgraded with whirling blades, it's a very different kind of game, but it's still on the way now. 54% done. So I like the caution. At the same time, Saylok is maxed out. Is that too many hunters to engage without whirling blades? I would say probably. Echo is just not a thing right now. So that harvester will need to do something. Where is it going? There's like... I don't think there's a whole lot of echo here. But here there sure will be. As now Italian Joe Biden decides to go for the fight. Picking off a sleeper is very nice there. And brutes are getting added to the composition. That'll be not only a nice front line, but also some great siege weapons. Get a bunch of those boys and you'll be getting rid of these border fortresses, no problem. Okay, Dark Elf's gonna follow this around, but by the time they get here, the health of this outpost will be down to half. Going after the bound Inferno Golem with the double weakening. So that's gonna be very nice, minus 16% strike resists. Saylok is attempting to repair this, but he actually does not have the wood for it. So the repair is not going through. Orcs are gonna get this down for sure. It doesn't look to me like the sleepers are attacking 3 targets just yet. As there's no echo coming in. The golem is destroyed, but immediately resummoned. You have to kill it twice in a row. Level 5 is reached, however, for the Reaper here. And he ends up in the middle of the hunters and is killed. Saylok not able to capitalize on this advantage he had early on. And Italian Joe Biden crawls back into this game. Ends up winning it. Very nice. So yeah guys, hope you had fun with that one. Make sure to hit that like button as well as the subscribe button. And most importantly, the bell. The bell helps the most. I'll be doing more SpellForce free casts, of course. And the hero guides is still happening. So do look forward to that. See you around.